Hey, what's up, Clusters? I have a new Steven Universe review. This is episode, I think, 21? If I'm not mistaken. When It Rains. And we pick up right where we left off with Peridot in the bathroom. And the Crystal Gem is trying to get the information out of her, but she isn't budging. They do the typical, interrogation where they're yelling at her. They do anything besides, hold her off the roof of a Gotham City building. But that seems to not be working, so they decide to go out and investigate on their own, leaving Steven to guard her. And what happens is she is terrified of the rainstorm that's going on, thinking maybe it is the cluster hatching, therefore killing her and everyone else. But let's face it, that's her is what she's really afraid of. It's when Steven relieves her fears by explaining to her what a rainstorm is and how it's really not harmful to her. Therefore gaining her trust. Therefore she starts talking to him. Steven unwittingly has this other form of interrogation where he appeals to the better nature of who he's dealing with, and that's how she basically starts opening up to him. Where they go to the kindergarten, and she explains to him what the cluster is. This is actually pretty good. I had a feeling this episode would be about Steven gaining Peridot's trust, but I'm happy that we're able to get so much information about the cluster, therefore disproving a pretty quick belief that the cluster was going to be the geode from House Guest. But apparently that doesn't seem to be the case. The Earth is kind of a geode in a terrifying way, where this thing is underneath at the Earth's core, and it's going to erupt, therefore obliterating everything. So when she tells Steven that they're attacked by the mutant gem clusters, and they decide to race into a corner, oh no, they're cornered! And that's when they're thankfully rescued by the crystal gems. And finally, Peridot decides to tell them and ask them for help. Because frankly, the two of them can't really do anything. And it's interesting to see Peridot. She's kind of, at this point, without her enhancements, she's kind of helpless, really. She's not... I don't even know if she's even as strong as Steven. And she's obviously proven that she can't, fight one-on-one without her weapons. And she is on a planet she is unfamiliar with. She doesn't even know what rain and shirts are. So she's kind of out on her own. She has no choice but to trust and work with the crystal gems. So we'll see what kind of added benefit that is. And I'm very excited over the idea that she might start telling them how Homeworld has been. She's lived on modern Homeworld. She knows what it's like. That might be a huge advantage. At the meanwhile, there will be this potential that she may not be the most trustworthy member of the group, at least for the time being. So this episode was fantastic. This is one of those episodes that just ends when you want it to just keep going. What an excellent episode. This is highly recommended. This is a very great episode in and of itself, and important episode to the whole story of the series overall. This seems to be a pretty important season building up to, I don't know what. I've discussed this in past episodes, not quite sure where they're going. I anticipated maybe another invasion, but the cluster thing has definitely added a new sense of danger to the show. So we'll see how that goes. I think that's it for now. You can subscribe and like if you like this video, or check out some of my other videos where I review other Steven Universe, Mystery Science Theater, and comic books and stuff. I also make comic books. This is Red Knight, and you can support me or buy the books at the bottom of the link. And my wife, Lindsay, makes these things. Plush dolls. She has a Patreon at the bottom. I think that's it for now, so I'll see you next week. Later. Push the button, Lindsay.